Hi, this is John Marshall, the DrillMaster. Since my first video contained an evaluation of a platoon, and yet I advertised my color guard coach's field manual, I thought I'd switch it up this time. This is going to be a color guard, and this is the drill team coach's field manual, available at my website, millbar.com or paradestore.com. All right, so let's get on with the evaluation. VMHS. I don't know what that stands for, but they were at the February 1st, 2020, San Jacinto High School Color Guard Drill Meet. All right, so first thing I notice is I don't even have to start the video. You're using ceremonial techniques. Why are you using ceremonial techniques? And another thing I notice is that even before we start, your American flag is going to be lower. So if you look right here, here's the cup. And straight across, the cup is up here. So this could have come up maybe another half inch, maybe an inch or so. Should have been adjusted higher, and this should have been adjusted lower. Now, you can't, if you're going to have a shorter individual as the color team commander, then you're just going to have to deal with those situations. But you cannot, not should not, but cannot carry the American flag lower. That's, in my view, it's grounds for disqualification. I'd go ahead and judge the routine, but then I'd give you 0 points afterwards. So ceremonial technique is not authorized for junior ROTC competitions, unless this is actually a ceremonial technique drill meet, which I kind of doubt. So you're using the strong grip, the Marine Corps grip, but you have the finger pointed down, the index finger pointed down. You've tucked your flags, and that's not supposed to happen. You're supposed to use Air Force Manual 362203. Let's see here. What else? The state flag. You shouldn't be carrying the state flag. It's got to be the Air Force flag or the Air Force Junior ROTC flag, which I would recommend you carry the JROTC flag. All right, so let's go ahead and start. So again, flags are tucked, shouldn't be. Ceremonial grip right there, shouldn't have it. There's a gap there, right rifle guard, shouldn't have a gap. All three toes aligned, rifle grounded up against the footwear. And the gap here with the fingers here, not a big deal. You haven't. I see you're getting prepared, so no problem. So it's when you're actually then told to fall in. From then on, then you've got then those finger gaps and little things like that count. So let's start it here. Here we go. All right, why did you call at close interval dress right dress when you've already fallen in? Obviously. So, of course it's going to do that. I apologize for the lag. I'll have to do, all right, here we go. I'll have to do something different. All right, so hopefully this is not going to continuously screw up from now on. Now, okay, so since you've fallen in, you've been given dress right at close interval, but you don't need to. When you fall in, you fall in. There's absolutely no need to call dress right dress after you fall in, because when you fall in, everything is taken care of. So look here, gap with the finger. The fingers are supposed to be extended and joined along the side of the rifle. And both guards, both of you have that. That's a huge curl right there. Fingers are not supposed to be in front of the rifle, extended and joined on the side of the rifle. And here, all three toes aligned. It looks like your rifle is grounded up against your shoe, but but the toe of the butt of the rifle and then your two toes. That's where that's all three toes need to be aligned. And now watch, when I hit play, it'll probably lag again. Why? Okay. Why why did you do that? Why? If you're going, you need to follow one technique. All right. Period. Just one technique. And since you started out with the Air Force ceremonial technique, then you shouldn't raise both flags on present. Raising the American flag, the national, is a Marine Corps, Navy, and Coast Guard technique on present. You don't do that for the Air Force. Army and Air Force, we do everything after the command of execution there. So it should have been present, arms, everybody goes up at the same time, then the flag dips forward. Come on, Judge, move out of the way so I can see what's going on here. There we go. Kinda. I want to look at hands. So, flared hand here, and yet fingers are wrapped here. Fingers need to be wrapped, period. Both these left hands are too high. So, in at least in California, let me turn this down. All right. So, at least in California, you start out with the inspection. I remember that when I was out there. Where did he come from? If he's not a judge for the colors section, then... And why are the judges uncovered? One of the things that I find odd is that we inspect replica weapons. Team, you should have tucked your gloves. It looks like also that the team is standing with their feet together, heels and toes together. That's a ceremonial technique, and really you shouldn't be doing that. Keepers go one thumb away from the ceremonial belt buckle. All right, so let's see if we can... Almost finished. Let's skip ahead. There we go. Oh, you're just going to do it again, aren't you? So, let's go back here. All right. So, in the Air Force Manual, 362203, towards the front of the manual, it says that if the commander is part of a staff or detail, and this is a detail, so is flag raising and lowering, the retreat and reveille ceremonies. When the commander is part of that detail, the commander does not come to attention before the rest of the team, just to call the team to attention. So you are supposed to stand at parade rest. So And here's another thing. You're supposed to stand at parade rest and then call the command from the position of parade rest if you're Air Force. So here's another thing. You're using some ceremonial techniques, but you've gone to parade rest. Why not stand at ease? If you're going to use ceremonial techniques, then you need to do them completely, all of them. You're at parade rest, not stand at ease. So, yeah, but anyway, you really need to not use ceremonial techniques. You're not authorized to do that. In competition, it's all regulation drill. All of it, regulation drill. It doesn't matter. All right. So, from now on, commanders, Air Force Color Guard commanders, stay at parade rest. And you're looking down, too. When you go to carry or even present, as long as you put the ferrule in the harness socket, you're not supposed to look down. You're at attention. So my suggestion is to put the left hand at the harness socket. As you bring the staff up with the right, up and to center, then you can bring it down. Having your hands separated and not both on the staff, having them separated helps really easily to feel for the ferrule, guide it into the harness socket. So don't look down. Vista, Murrieta, I think I heard. No, it's carry colors. And you can't march shoulder to shoulder. Excellent timing, though. Holy cow. Really nice. It looked as though the left guard actually moved in a slight arc. Oh, that's where that sound's coming from. All right, right guard. Right guard. You're marking time with the whole foot coming up flat, and then you're stomping the whole foot down. Stop doing that. Mark time is where the toe leaves last and hits first. Now I know you have muscle memory that is probably deeply ingrained for you to do this. So you're the one causing or creating, not causing, but creating quite a bit of sound there, and you shouldn't be. When teams are at mark time, depending on how big the teams are, there should be not a lot of sound generated because you lift and then you set down. You don't drop, but you set down that foot. The toe strikes first, and you're using your glute muscles in your butt and then your muscles in your thighs. All of those muscles raise the leg and then lower the leg. You're not supposed to have it just a stomp, which is very common to stomp, but don't do that. So what you need to do is feel for your toe leaving last and your toe striking first. And I suggest doing that in bare feet first. That'll help you gain the awareness. Then that's probably what you lack right now is the awareness of your feet, of what they're doing. So when you gain that awareness of, oh yeah, I can actually, instead of, you might even be flexing your foot so that your toe is high, so that it comes out looking flat. So then what you need anyway is to gain that awareness. Once you gain that awareness, then you switch to even socks. Start practicing then in socks, so that you can slowly but surely get into wearing regular shoes, and then see how that progresses from there. So, toe leaves last, toe strikes first when at mark time. Okay, all right. I'm sorry for the lag. I really am. I know you're probably looking at my face going, oh no, what did he see? Yeah, look at that stomp. Oh my goodness. Actually, Commander, you look like you're doing it too. Good job, Commander. That was really good. Very well done. All right, so I'm going to rewind it again so I can watch the others. That was very well done with that colors reverse for the Commander. But you've got to march with space. You've got to march at close interval. All right. Hey, not bad. Okay. Okay, so you're using the face in March. I really wish I could get closer. Good. Oh, I'm so glad that the rifles didn't go to present. That makes me very happy. Oh, here we go. Nice. Alignment is a little bit off. Oh, you have to post the colors. Or do you? I see stands there. Oh, okay. You don't want to make sound when you lower the flags. Right comes in and then back out. Pop. Heads forward. Superman. So when you go to Superman, actually pull the flag just a touch back. Push it back and then extend your arms out to Superman. It looks like you've got fringe on the right. Yeah. Good job. Nope. Nope. Don't go to right shoulder. You should. Well, that's probably part of the sequence, but you shouldn't be at right shoulder because you're unarmed. The two color bearers, you are unarmed. A flag is an ancient spear. The flagstaff is an ancient spear. Oh, I get to see. Yes. All right. So that's 3 people stomping. American flag bearer and California flag bearer, plus the right rifle guard. Yeah. All 3 of you are stomping those heels in. Left rifle guard, you're the only one with when you're marking time. Well, almost the only one. Okay, I see. So California flag bearer. Oh, so spacing is a bit off there. Although it's consistent side to side, so. Why did... Not necessary to call a command. You just step off and then... the TL close, again, ceremonial technique. You're not supposed to execute it. Timing is great. It really is. I'm very impressed. So, left rifle guard. There are times when you're slightly behind. Too many steps in between the commands. All right, I'm getting out my my metronome. All right. Hey, at least you didn't step backwards. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No more. No more. We are going... Well, let's see here. Let me go back to... Nope. There we go. Okay, that'll work. Good. So, let's see here. Metronome. I'm going to tap this out. All right, so not bad. About 110, 112. Good. That's the tempo that that you were when you were marching. Yeah, and then when you got into the half step on the wheels, mark time half step was a little bit faster. So you're still within tempo range or so, but I would still suggest working with a metronome when you're marching. And then for every single step you take, whether it's a full step forward, a half step forward, mark time, or the in-between steps of the wheels, then you've got to make sure that you're completely consistent all the time. And so let's recap. Can't do ceremonial techniques. The competitions are based on regulation drill, and incorporating some ceremonial techniques and some regulation drill techniques just doesn't work. It's either all or none, and cadets are not authorized to execute. From what I understand, you're not authorized to execute ceremonial techniques in competition. Now, any other time? Oh, absolutely, do it, because I can't stand regulation drill techniques when you're out in a parade or posting the colors, presenting the colors, things like that. Yes, you're still supposed to do it. And just because I say, yeah, go ahead and do it, doesn't mean that you should. But yeah, regulation drill techniques just don't have. There's not enough information there when you're presenting the colors, when you're posting the colors. All three manuals. Well, Marine Corps order is much more. Much better at explaining what you're supposed to do, but as far as the Air Force Manual and Training Circular, there's virtually nothing there. Virtually, I mean, it's still some good info, but and for those who say that the Air Force Manual doesn't have what we're supposed to use, that's false. That's false. The Air Force Manual has plenty of information in there, and then I say we because I'm Air Force. We didn't rewrite all the rifle work, the rifle manuals, because we've got two other manuals that they have complete information in there. So on the manual. So anyway. As far as ceremonial technique goes, you did okay. As far as the regulation technique that you mixed in there, that was also okay. But there's a huge disconnect there that doesn't happen. And so when you are, and your judges probably didn't notice a thing, because they're most likely not trained in ceremonial drill. Now, they could be, most definitely they could be, but ceremonial drill is a much different animal, and it takes a great deal of awareness. Okay, let me, right here. See those keepers right there? Way too far apart on the belt. All right, so the ceremonial technique, don't use it in competitions. Use the regulation drill technique. That's what competitions are based on. And one thing I didn't. Let me see if I can get a single image here. Go past the inspection. All right, so let's see what happens here with that. The carry, yeah. So you can see the state is carried higher than the American, and that's just, it doesn't matter what you can give the excuse of, well, our commander is shorter. Well, then deal with it. You have to carry at least at the same height. That's the standard, is the same height. Now, if there's a big difference in cadet height the other way around, where the American flag bearer is really tall, then you try and lower it as much as possible. But even and you should work for minimal difference there, with the American being minimally higher than the other flag or flags that you're carrying. Commander, nice job on the command voice. Not bad at all. Several issues that really need to be seriously considered, but honestly, the team did look pretty good as far as what you were performing. So, but you can't march shoulder to shoulder. Rifles on the opposite shoulders, awesome. That was good. I'm thankful for that. That's really a good job. Even though you're probably thinking it's ceremonial technique, that's Air Force regulation technique, rifles on the outside shoulder. So I hope my comments have been helpful, and please provide feedback with what you have heard. And if I can answer any questions, then by all means, I'm ready to do so. Thanks, and I hope that you have a great rest of the competition season. If you have another video to send, then by all means, do it. Thank you.